Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave America.
Good afternoon. It is a privilege for me to welcome you to the Everglades High School Class of 2020 virtual graduation ceremony. While this ceremony will be different from previous ceremonies, we have worked very hard to make it special and memorable, just like the students of the Class of 2020. Creating a virtual graduation takes a lot of time and dedication. It involved every person in my school as well as those at the district office. No organization can survive without great leadership, and Broward Schools is fortunate to have a leader who inspires us all to be the best we can be. His philosophy that the true price of leadership is the willingness to place the needs of others above your own is exemplified every day. He puts the needs of students and staff above all else. He is laser focused on students' academic achievement and mental health. He has led us through the best of times and now through some of the most difficult times. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce Superintendent Robert Runcie.
To the Class of 2020, I know this is not how and where you ever imagined spending your graduation day. It seems like the world has made other plans for you with this pandemic. It isn't the easy moments in life that shape our character. We become our best selves when we are faced with our greatest challenges. I'm proud of the character you have shown as you have weathered hurricanes, endured more and more school safety requirements and drills, tested through shifting state-mandated assessments, and even experienced a rare total solar eclipse. You are the ones that British philosopher Thomas Carlyle wrote about when he said, "Permanence, perseverance, and patience in spite of obstacles, discouragements, and impossibilities. It is this that in all things distinguishes the strong soul from the weak. I believe that you will be part of the greatest generation that this country has ever seen. You will be that generation that has the courage to seek truth and justice in our country and to take on our most pressing challenges, such as finding a global solution to climate change, reforming our criminal justice system, and addressing inequities in education and healthcare. But most of all, it is my hope that your time in Broward County Public Schools has shaped you to be just a good person with the wisdom to embrace kindness and compassion. So I'll leave you with one of my favorite poems that I believe best describes a good person. It is called Anyway, and it is written by Mother Teresa of Calcutta. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. What you spend years building, someone could destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the world the best you've got anyway. You see, in the final analysis, it is between you and your God. It was never between you and them anyway. Congratulations to our amazing class of 2020 graduates. I love you and pray that your life's journey will lead you to true joy and happiness.
Thank you so much, Mr. Runcie. We truly appreciate your encouraging words. At this time, I would like to introduce one of our school's greatest advocates. Our school is fortunate to have a school board member who is energetic and passionate in advocating for the needs of students. Our board member, Patty Good, truly supports our school's mission to make Everglades High School stand out among all schools to provide a rigorous and competitive edge that provides programs to meet the needs of all students. Patty advocates for our school often, but her campus visits and attendance at several school events are what really makes it a joy to welcome her as part of the Everglades High Gator family. Ms. Good was born in Havana, Cuba, and raised in South Florida. Her diverse professional work experience includes intergovernmental coordination and facilities planning for local public school districts. As a Broward County resident for many years, Patty was active in a number of community boards, including education advisory boards and the Early Learning Coalition. She has also volunteered for various local nonprofit and civic organizations in our community. Patty proudly took her life experience to public service in 2010 when she was elected to the Broward County School Board as the District 2 representative. She currently serves as the board appointee on various committees dealing with issues such as regional transportation, county-wide land use development, and the oversight of the school facilities planning program. She is happily married to Pembroke Pines City Commissioner Tom Good, and she is the mother of two incredible children, Thomas and Alexis, both FSU graduates. As an immigrant, Patty understands the struggles children can encounter in facing adversity. She attributes part of her success in life to her family and the public education system. Patty strongly believes that public education is the true equalizer in society, and as such, she strives to ensure all students have the opportunity to learn and be successful in life.
Thank you, Ms. Starbar, for the kind introduction. I'm truly honored to share in this very special moment with all of you, the amazing class of 2020. I want to again express my gratitude to your principal, Ms. Hallie Darbar, and the phenomenal staff at Everglades High for supporting you through these unprecedented times. Their efforts have surely helped you reach this important milestone in your lives. Today, I'm sharing my message wearing some bright red shoes. They say you give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. My reason for wearing them is in honor of one of my favorite characters, Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. And I'm sure many of you have seen this classic film through the years with your family. In The Wizard of Oz, the yellow brick road guides Dorothy toward the land of Oz on her quest to return home. And while on her journey, she befriends three characters: a scarecrow wanting to be smarter, a tin man looking for a heart, and a lion wanting to be courageous. Through teamwork, Dorothy and her friends overcome many challenges along the way. Confronted with a final obstacle, Dorothy realizes the single most important thing: the power to create change was within her all along. That surreal world that once controlled her didn't revert to normal because she clicked her red shoes together. Her world transformed because of her strong will to forge forward and achieve what she wanted most in her life: to return home. Every one of us has a different journey in life, our very own winding yellow brick road. Just like Dorothy, each of you have already come across tough obstacles in your path during this school year. Obstacles that no other graduating class has ever had to endure. And similar to the Tin Man, you have shown great heart and compassion. And like the lion and the scarecrow, you have all exhibited great courage and determination to be the best that you can be. My personal journey started some time ago. My family and I immigrated to this country with only the clothes on our backs, leaving everything behind in the pursuit of freedom and happiness. And although school was challenging, I ultimately graduated in the top 10% of my high school class, and I was the first person in my family to go to college and earn a bachelor's degree. I suppose Dorothy said it best when she reminds us that somewhere over the rainbow, the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. I believe now more than ever, this iconic quote has true meaning for all of us. I want to personally thank your family members for the love and support that they have provided you during these challenging times. Students, I want to remind you, as the great Oz reminded Dorothy, it's not where you go, it's who you meet along the way that's important. So as you embark on your adventure and graduate from Everglades High, remember those in your life that have encouraged you every step of the way. And as I channel my innermost Dorothy, I want to leave you with one thing. I hope your journey along your winding yellow brick road leads you to true happiness. Take the time to look for rainbows as you have done thus far. And as your adventure in life continues, always, always remember, there's no place like home. Congratulations, class of 2020. I am pleased to introduce my esteemed colleague, our board chair and countywide school board member, Ms. Donna Korn. Ms. Korn is a proud Broward Public School graduate, having attended Western High and later returning to teach at her alma mater as an English teacher after graduating from Emory University. She has dedicated her life to service through leadership and volunteer roles across Broward County, culminating in her joining the school board in 2011. Her greatest joy being the proud mother of 3 children who have attended Broward Public Schools. Please welcome our chair, Ms. Donna Korn.
Thank you for those kind words and introduction. I am so excited to be here for this momentous occasion. I just want to take a moment to recognize those graduates who will be moving on to serve in the U.S. Armed Forces. Your personal decision to enter into the service ensures our freedoms and liberties, and we are all forever indebted to you. So, a special thank you to you, all those currently serving, and our veterans who are participating in today's commencement ceremony for your dedication and service. Congratulations to all of our 2020 graduating class.
And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce one of our most amazing teachers, who is your class of 2020 class sponsor, Ms. Catalina Brazil.
Good afternoon. It has been such a pleasure to serve as your class sponsor this year. I have had the opportunity to get to know this class and to work hand in hand with your class officers. Your senior class president, Janice Cruz, has done an excellent job of leading the class of 2020 for the past 3 years. Her leadership skills are evident in all of her actions, and it is very obvious to me why you elected her. In addition to serving as your president, Janice is also an active member of National Honor Society and of our Student Government Association. Somehow, Janice has managed to lead her class while attending Broward College full-time during her entire senior year. Janice graduates tonight with a 5.4 GPA, a high school diploma in one hand, and a Broward College Associate's degree in the other. Next year, Janice will attend the University of Central Florida, where she will major in the neuroscience track of psychology. One of Janice's most memorable high school moments was winning the Powder Puff Games this year. Janice will also always remember her days in Miss Valedictorian's leadership class. Janice is joined tonight by her mom and dad, Juan and Yami Cruz, her grandparents, Rosa, Jose, and Saida, and her brother and sister-in-law, Alexis and Anais. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce the class of 2020 Senior Class President, Janice Cruz.
Good evening. Bienvenidos, parents, friends, faculty, administrators, and of course, class of 2020. My name is Janice Cruz, and it has truly been an honor to have been your senior class president. Since I am a first-generation Cuban American and my parents solely speak Spanish, please bear with me today as I will be translating for them. To be quite honest, I didn't want to write this speech. After years of dreaming of graduation, I guarantee that none of us expected this. Desafortunadamente, esa no es la manera en que imaginábamos que iba a ser nuestro último adiós. The idea of not being able to close this chapter together, face to face, is heartbreaking to say the least. If you've been stuck on an island, we're in the midst of a global pandemic. Por si no se han dado cuenta, estamos en el medio de una pandemia. Pero esta clase ya sabe lo que es adversidad. The class of 2020 is no stranger to adversity. We were born in a time where the world was still mourning the traumatic events of 2001. Since then, we have endured devastating hurricanes and even some more recent tragedies that have taken place on other school campuses. As if the real world wasn't scary enough, there is so much uncertainty these days. We didn't get to have our traditional graduation, and for many of us, we won't have a traditional first semester of college either. Some say our senior year was lost. And although no one is more frustrated about canceled grad bash and prom than the senior officers that planned and organized these events, I have to disagree. Yes, it's true. No other classes had to have a quarantined graduation, and hopefully they won't have to. However, today, I do not want to talk about everything that was taken from us, because Ms. Corona does not get to deprive us of all the amazing accomplishments that we have already achieved. Como resultado de nuestras circunstancias actuales, hay muchas experiencias que hemos perdido, pero esto no quita todo lo que ya hemos logrado. We became part of the Everglades High School family as a C school in 2016. Today, we say goodbye leaving it at an A. This year, we won football Powder Puff champions, second-time dance Powder Puff champions, and Spirit Week champions as well. Juntos, hemos cambiado el grado de Everglades de una C a una A. También ganamos primer lugar en 2 competencias entre clases y el título de campeones de la Semana de Espíritu. Además, tenemos una gran cantidad de estudiantes que han recibido becas atléticas y académicas. We are composed of numerous academic and athletic scholarships. Recipients including 3 National Merit Scholar winners, 7 BCAA Scholar athletes, 4 outstanding senior leaders, 3 students that have accomplished their associate's degree, a valedictorian with a 5.53 GPA, numerous military recruits, and 571 individuals that have shared one journey together. The only thing this senior class will never be is ordinary, because we are exceptional. We are the future, and I have no doubt in my mind that these students will change the world. En realidad, esta clase nunca será tradicional, porque somos extraordinarios y así cambiaremos el mundo. But we would not have reached our full potentials if it wasn't for our support systems. Quiero agradecer a mis padres y a mi hermano por darme todo el apoyo del mundo y enseñarme que todo es posible. Sin ellos, no fuera nada. I'd like to thank my parents and my brother for teaching me that anything is possible and always being my biggest support. I'd also like to thank my friends for always pushing me, sometimes literally, and to this senior class for giving me your trust. Le agradezco mucho a mis amigos por darme el empujón que necesitaba y a esta clase por creer en mí. To the incredible class officers, I couldn't ask for a better team. Thank you to Mr. Egner and Mrs. Peliquin for always knowing the right thing to say. And last, but definitely not least, thank you to Ms. Brazil, Mr. T, Mrs. Darbar, and Dr. Cohen for always guiding the way and having the best interests of this class at heart. Gracias a las otras oficiales de la clase y los maestros y administradores que siempre nos apoyaron. Cuando una puerta cierra, otra se abre. When one door closes, another one opens. Today, we leave behind everything we know and dive into the unknown. If you all just take one lesson from this entire adventure, let it be to always seek the potential of opportunity in uncomfortable situations. Pase lo que pase, siempre busquen la oportunidad que se esconde en las situaciones incómodas. In the words of Dolly Parton, we cannot direct the wind, but we can adjust the sails. While you may not be able to use the North Star to guide you back to Everglades, always remember where you came from. Remember that what is meant for you will always arrive in due time. Aunque no podamos cambiar la dirección del viento, podemos controlar la vela. A lo mejor la estrella del norte no los lleve hacia acá, pero nunca se olviden del hogar que tendrán para siempre. And if all fails, no matter where the wind takes us, always remember that this is home. But for now, felicidades y buen viaje. Bon voyage and congratulations, class of 2020. And now, I would like to introduce our senior class administrator, Mr. T.
Good evening. I feel so proud to be the class of 2020 administrator. This is one of the most amazing classes I have ever worked with. I am so happy to be able to recognize 2 of the top class of 2020 students tonight. I will start with your salutatorian. This young man has been a leader in your class since the moment you entered the 9th grade. Some of you might not even know him because he likes to remain behind the scenes and does not like a lot of attention. Your salutatorian has served as tutoring chair for Math Honor Society and the secretary of the Science Honor Society. He has participated in the coding club and our Science Olympiad. His greatest EHS memory is working with the Science Olympiad team. He will always remember Mr. Dominguez, Ms. Sayer, Mr. Egner, and Mr. Horowitz. Your salutatorian, Antonio Magodo, graduates today with a 5.5411 grade point average. He will attend the University of Florida and major in computer science. According to one of Antonio's teachers, there is never a job that was too big or too small for him. He is always willing to do whatever is asked of him, and he always does a great job. He is joined today by his parents, Francisco and Claudia Magodo, and his brother Alex, as well as his grandparents, Abi and E2. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to recognize your class of 2020 salutatorian, Antonio Magodo. Another amazing member of your class is ranked number 3. She is not only a great student, but also a talented artist who tends to see the world from a more creative vantage point than you might expect. Yvette Pradasaba is the president of the National Science Honor Society, vice president of the Math Honor Society, captain of the school dual team, Science Olympiad winner, and an athlete on our swim team. Her greatest memory at EHS is painting the science hallways. She will always remember her time with us and especially AP Art, AP Psychology, and AP Biology. Yvette will attend the University of Central Florida, where she will major in emerging media with a goal of becoming an Imagineer. She came to the U.S. in 2011 and is so thankful for the opportunities this country has offered her. She is joined tonight by her parents, Yvette and Vicente Pratasaba, and her brother and sister, Javier and Natalia. Yvette graduates today with a GPA of 5.5324. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce Yvette Pratasaba.
Hey there, fellow seniors, parents, teachers, faculty, and all of those watching this unusual ceremony. Despite our current circumstances, it is an honor for me to be standing right here in my backyard to address our wonderful class. We've come quite far, fellow graduates. Today, we meet a new milestone in our lives as we officially leave behind standardized tests, boring assemblies, annoying school rules, and busy work. No, but really, high school has been quite the journey. And this journey wouldn't have been possible without the special people in our life. I want to take a moment to thank my family. Mama y Papa, gracias por todo lo que han hecho por nosotros y por siempre darme consejos que llevaré conmigo toda mi vida. Tati, gracias por toda la alegría que traes a nuestras vidas con tu energía interminable. Los quiero mucho a todos. And Javier, thank you for recording me right now and for helping me unconditionally as my brother, best friend, and partner in crime since day one. And my gratitude also goes out to God, who is watching from above. Thank you for always lighting up my way and always giving me hope. Aside from my family, I would like to thank all of my friends. You guys know who you are. So thank you for being there to share so many jokes, secrets, and heartfelt memories. Now, shout out to all of the teachers and faculty at Dolphin Bay and Glades Middle for making elementary and middle school such memorable parts of my life. Now, when it comes to high school teachers, Mrs. Ayer, if you're watching this, thank you for being the first teacher to ever yell at me, but also motivate me to do my best. Mrs. Brazil, you're one of the most inspiring and supportive women that I have ever met. Mrs. Walls, thank you. You always listened to me and gave me helpful advice. Mrs. Merlino, you taught me one of my favorite classes and have always been so thoughtful. Mr. Dominguez and Mr. Cordova, thank you for always going the extra mile and always having something very interesting to say. And Mr. Walls and Mr. Egner, thank you for brightening up my days with your funny jokes. Mrs. Mendelson, Mr. T, and Dr. Cohen, thank you for being so kind and considerate. Mrs. Thomas, thank you for always keeping us on track. Thank you to all of the administrators and counselors who have been behind the scenes, always looking out for our success. Mrs. Darbar, thank you for looking over this amazing school with our amazing faculty. And thank you so much to everyone else. I would love to name you all, but I'm kind of supposed to keep this speech under 3 minutes, and it doesn't look like that'll happen. But in your own ways, you have each contributed your little part to my high school journey. Thank you all for helping me to believe in myself and succeed. And fellow seniors, I know these 4 years haven't always been easy. They've been filled with good memories, yeah, but also very stressful experiences as we dealt with exams, loads of work, college apps, and our own personal problems. Oh, and coronavirus. It's been especially difficult this year, when many of us have struggled to find our place in the world. Especially now, when we're about to be free to explore the real world and make decisions that will completely change our future. Take me as an example. I've struggled to choose a path in life that I wanted, the arts, because I thought I wasn't good enough and I felt that everyone was expecting me to do something else. Until I realized that doubt and fear, which were very consistent in me, they can block your dreams. So honestly, sometimes it's better if we listen to our heart. I realize that each one of us has a unique combination of skills and talents that we will use in our own ways to change the world. So don't be scared to show off your gifts. Embrace your passion, because life is too short and unexpected to waste it doing something you don't even like. So don't worry about how small or insignificant your role may seem. You see, the world is like a painting, a combination of different colors, lines, and patterns, all working together to make a beautiful work of art. And even the smallest mark can make a huge difference in the painting. It's all in the details. So, I assure you, you will make an impact on someone if you do what you do with love. So if you're ever lost, just take a look at yourself and remember who you are. Do what makes you happy, because happy people transmit their happiness to others. Smile, because life is truly beautiful. And class of 2020, this goes out to all of you. We can't see each other face to face, and let me tell you, I wish I was standing in a real podium, looking over all of you and throwing my cap in the air along with all of you. But you know what? We can't do that. But we can use our 2020 vision to look past our challenges and envision a future where we're all happy and where we are meant to be. I'm so proud of all of you Gators. May the swamp be in our hearts and memories forever. So, happy graduation, Gators. Goodbye. And now here is our amazing assistant principal, Dr. Cohen.
Good afternoon. Parents, like you, I have waited a very long time for this graduation. Many of you know that my own son is graduating with your children today. Adam, Dad, and I are so proud of you, and we love you so much. And after 35 years of graduations, tonight is the very last time that I will get to share graduation with the senior class. I want to thank all of the parents tonight for trusting us to take care of your most precious treasures. It has been a pleasure and a privilege to work with you and your children. Class of 2020, you are a class I will never forget. I knew when you came in as 9th graders that you would be my very last class. So from the time you entered freshman orientation, each of you has had a very special place in my heart. Today I have the privilege of introducing your valedictorian. I met Javier on August 23rd, 2016. I know that date because it was the second day of your 9th grade year. Javier found me sitting on my chair at lunch and in the very most shy voice said, "Dr. Cohen, I wonder if you can help me. I really don't understand why I'm ranked 34th in my class. I've taken 7 high school classes and I've had A's in all of them." Well, I looked over Javier's record and I noticed that he had taken 7 regular level classes worth 4 points each, while others in the class had taken just 1 or 2 honors level classes worth 5 points each. I explained to him that unfortunately, because of the classes he took, he would never be valedictorian of his class. His dad called me the next day. He thanked me for explaining everything to Javier and told me that his son understood everything I had told him. He just didn't know what a valedictorian was. I wonder if Mr. Pradesaba remembers that conversation. You will never be valedictorian. Well, I made that comment before I knew who I was dealing with. And since that moment, I have been witness to the most remarkable achievements I have ever seen. Javier graduates today with 48 high school credits. That's twice the number of credits required. He has also earned 51 college credits and an additional 60 credits of AP and ACE exams. So basically, he has earned the equivalent of 8 years of high school and 4 years of college during the last 4 years. Javier was recognized by Cambridge International Exams for scoring top in the nation on 4 Cambridge tests. He was also recognized by the College Board as a National AP Scholar with Distinction and as a National Merit Scholarship winner. While at Everglades, Javier served as the Mu Alpha Theta president, the math competition team founder, vice president of the Science National Honor Society, Science Olympiad team captain, and he was in both the sports medicine and Cambridge academies. And then, just when I thought I knew everything there was to know about Javier, this year I walked into the Black History Assembly and I saw a student playing his heart out on the flute. I thought, wow, listen to him play. Then I realized it was Javier. Yes, he is also an integral member of our band program, and at home he plays concert piano. Let me sum up with Javier's most memorable high school experience. This was when a bird flew into Mrs. Ayer's classroom in the middle of their final exam. Javier remembers Mrs. Ayer crouched down dealing with the bird while Ms. Brazil and Ms. Travieso had to come in to neutralize the chaos in the classroom. One more thing to keep in mind. Javier arrived in the United States at age 9 without knowing a word of English. He is so appreciative to all of the people who have helped him along the way. Javier, I have waited my entire 35-year career for a student like you. Your valedictorian, Javier Pradesaba, graduates tonight with a GPA of 5.5625. He will attend Georgia Tech next year with a major in biomedical engineering. He is joined today by his parents, Yvette and Vicente Pradesaba, and his sisters, Yvette and Natalie. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce the class of 2020 valedictorian, Javier Pradesaba.
Good afternoon, class of 2020. Although I may not be standing in front of you today, it is truly an honor to address you as your valedictorian. Before going any further, I'd like to extend my gratitude to everyone who has made this amazing journey possible. First, I'd like to thank my only audience as I am standing here, my parents, my sisters, and God. Gracias, papá y mamá, por estar a mi lado en las buenas y también en las malas, y por enseñarme lo que es vivir en el mundo de hoy en día. Yvette, walking into school every day by your side has inspired me to try to be the best version of myself, and I cannot thank you enough for all those times you reminded me about assignments due the next day. Oof. Tati, your smile every day as you came back from school inspired me to see beauty even in the darkest moments, like the sky behind me. And thank you for always being my K-pop and video game buddy. To all my teachers and friends, regardless of how many classes you taught me or how much I hung out with you, know that each of you influenced me in one way or another. Just to name a few: Mr. Dominguez, Mrs. Ayer, Mrs. Brazil, Mr. and Mrs. Walls, and Mrs. Merlino. There was not a day when I didn't look forward to your classes. Dr. Cohen, Mrs. Starbar, Mr. T, Mrs. Thomas, and Mrs. Mendelson. Thank you for always having your doors open for me and for brightening my day anytime I walked by your rooms. I would love to shout out everyone else who has made high school the best experience of my life, but the clock is ticking, and I'm sure you're exhausted after hearing the two amazing speeches that came before mine. So, what's going on right now? After what has unfolded these past few months, I can imagine that many of you guys are sick and tired of 2020. What has started as an amazing year for many of us fell victim to what? A microscopic clump of RNA? And now everyone's life has changed really dramatically. Things we never imagined we would dread have crept their way into our lives. By that I mean online AP exams, FaceTime interviews, Wi-Fi errors, and even procrastination. In what seems to be the largest ever global effort, hundreds of remedies have been implemented. No one can deny the tremendous role that has been played by medical personnel, policymakers, responsible citizens, and even those whose only option left is to pray. We have made great strides against our enemy, yet as of May 2020? Everything is still at a standstill. Our solution to this crisis is clearly missing one ingredient, yet what could it be? Well, class of 2020, it might not seem so obvious, But the only reason why our world is at a gridlock is because of the lack of unity in our society. It's one of our founding principles, even found in the name of our beloved country. Yet we seem to have such a difficult time putting it into practice. Our country has prevailed through hundreds of crises, from the Civil War to September 11th, through unity alone. It is time for us to live up to that phrase we have sung every morning for the past 12 years. We are one country, under God, indivisible. I mean, obviously, unity cannot be magically instilled by the words of our leaders, or by fighter jets speeding above our homes, or even by myself as I am delivering this speech. It is our job to step into each other's shoes and to view challenges from all different points of view. It's simple, but the most important ingredient, and what we must strive to achieve the most, is to be humble. And together, we may overcome even the most unimaginable challenges that life places before us. My final message to you, class of 2020, before I get struck by lightning, is very simple. If we want to solve the crises of tomorrow, we must set aside our differences right now. Thank you all for your attention, and congratulations to all of you, soon-to-be graduates of the class of 2020. Go out and leave your mark in this amazing world of ours. And through every step along the way, never forget about the home you will have at our beloved swamp. Thank you. Now, I'd like to pass the video on to our amazing principal, Mrs. Darbar.
Good afternoon, parents, friends, guests, and my amazing, resilient class of 2020. If anyone had told me when this year started that I would be addressing you at your graduation through YouTube, I would have laughed at them. I don't think any of us could have imagined the world as it is right now. We are living in what is called a new normal. We wear masks and gloves. We wash our hands more in one day than we used to in 1 week. We meet our teachers in virtual classroom. Yes, I can certainly call this world new, but I don't think I can call it normal. Normal for me is seeing you every day. Normal is attending your event at school. Normal is seeing you at Target and giving you a hug. Normal is yelling at you to pull up your pants or wear your IDs. Normal is loving you in person every day. So as we experience the first Everglades High School virtual graduation together, let's put aside what is different and let's focus on why we are here. Each of you has accomplished something remarkable. As you participate with me today, you should feel proud that despite obstacles that you encountered along the way, you have earned the right to be called a high school graduate. You have worked hard, and now you are on your way to a new chapter in your lives. As a class, you have been forced to reinvent yourself. 1 minute you were seniors on our campus, and the next you were online learners meeting your teachers on Microsoft Teams. 1 minute you were running into the guidance office to share your admissions letters, and the next you were posting the news through EHS Seniors on Instagram. One day you were performing on our stage, and the next you were playing concerts in my living room through Zoom. And it wasn't just you who had to change overnight. While most of you were already used to a social media environment, your teachers had to switch gears overnight as well. I have to congratulate our teachers on the amazing job they have done through this transition. Not only have they moved to a fully online platform, but they did it while still showing you love and care each day. I can't thank our staff enough for the compassion and support they have provided, and for the rigorous curriculum they have continued to deliver in spite of the changes we have faced this year. I also have to thank our PTSA for supporting us throughout the years, and to your parents who have now joined our team as home educators. Parents, welcome to my faculty. You have done a great job as your child's teacher, counselor, and administrator at home. Let's keep in mind that before we move to a virtual environment, this senior class had some amazing accomplishments. Our Gator Band and Legacy Choir each earned straight superior ratings at their respective evaluations. Our JROTC received the highest regional inspection score in our school's history, and our Raiders team came in first in county and placed second and third in the state. Our math team, VEX robotics team, and Science Olympiad team were all on their way to national levels of competition. We had 3 National Merit Scholarship winners, 2 nationally recognized student government leaders, and students who were accepted to top colleges, including Ivy Leagues and military academies. Class of 2020, you have brought our school to an A-rated school, a school our entire community can be proud of. As you move forward, keep in mind that material things you dream of now are all things that can come and go. There are 3 things, though, that you can never get back. These are words, time, and opportunity. I hope you realize the power of your words. You can cure wounds with words. You can change minds, and you can make a difference. However, once you speak any words, their power is released. Sometimes we say things in the heat of the moment, things we don't mean to say, or things we wished we hadn't said. The sad thing is, there is no way to take back your words. Once they are out, they are no longer within your control, and sometimes the damage they cause can be irreversible. The next of these is time. You will never regret spending too much time with people who are important in your life, and you will never regret spending too much time doing things that make you happy. But time that you waste or time that you spend on things that are unimportant is time you will never get back. You are young and you have so much time ahead of you. But believe me, one day you will look back and wish you could have had one more chat with a grandparent or one more walk on the beach. The last thing you don't get back is opportunity. Don't be afraid to seize opportunities, because once you let them go, they rarely come back. Even if an opportunity seems like a risk, you should not be afraid. In life, we don't regret the risks we took but failed. We regret the risks we failed to take. It is your responsibility to recognize opportunities and then to accept them confidently and purposefully. If you meet obstacles or if you do not do as well as you had planned, then learn from your setbacks and continue to push forward. As C.S. Lewis once said, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Class of 2020, I have been so lost without you since March 13th. When we closed the schools, I never imagined that might be the last that I get to see your faces, the last time I would hear your voices, the last time I would call you my own. I hope you know how much each of you means to me. As we have prepared for this ceremony, I've had the chance to look at each of your pictures and think back on the memories I have of each of you. Some memories put smiles on my face, and some, well, we won't talk about those. But all of the memories are special to me, and my sadness today is a tribute to the special love I feel for each of you. Class of 2020, you are achievers, fighters, and winners. This class will not be defined by a global pandemic. You are a class who can overcome any obstacles. You will change the world with new ways of thinking and new ways of caring. Yes, this graduation is different, but it is not less important. It is a celebration of the most resilient group of seniors I have ever known. A group of young people who will find a way to make this new world safer and kinder. A group who will understand the power of compassion and the dangers of hate, bigotry, and social isolation. It is your turn to lead the way. Lead us through this difficult time into a brighter future. Be strong, go far, but remember, home is not where you land. Home is here, where you're loved, cherished, and cared for by your family, your friends, your teachers, counselors, administrators, and definitely by me. Thank you, I will miss you, and God bless you. Now, I would like to introduce our Legacy Choir under the direction of Miss Natalie Francisco.
Night is for sorrow and dawn is for joy.
Darkness for troubles that grieve and destroy.
Midnight for sighing, daylight for song.
Cheerful the singing, yet heartfelt and strong. I will sing with the Lord. I will sing with the Lord. All the night through, though I mourn in the dark, I will wake in the morning to sing with the Lord.
Sing with the Lord. Deep in the midnight light enters the leaves.
Softly and sadly the woods bid peace.
But when the first dew of dawn tints the sky, I will shake out my wings like the birds and be dry. I will sing with the Lord. I will sing with the Lord. All the night through, though I mourn in the dark, I will wake in the morning to sing with the Lord. Sing with the Lord. On the high hills of heaven, some morning to me, where the rain shall not grieve through the leaves of the tree. There my heart will be glad for the pain I have known. For my hand will be clasped. For my hand will be clasped in the hand of my own. I will sing with the Lord. I will sing with the Lord. Though life has been hard and the path has been dark, I will wake in the morning to sing with the Lord. Sing with the Lord. Sing with the
Thank you so much, Ms. Francisco, and our very own Legacy Choir. While I don't have our board member here next to me, I know she is listening carefully and ready to respond. Patricia Good, I certify to you that the students before you have fulfilled all of the requirements as prescribed by the state of Florida and the school board of Broward County and are eligible for high school graduation. It is with pride honor, and privilege, on behalf of the superintendent, I present to you the Everglades High School graduating class of 2020.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Florida, on behalf of the superintendent of schools and as the official representative of the school board of Broward County, Florida, I hereby pronounce you graduates of Everglades High School, class of 2020.
We will now recognize all of the graduating members of the class of 2020. We will begin with the top 10% in rank order, followed by the remainder of the class in alphabetical order. Students, parents, family, friends, and honor guests, I am proud to present the Everglades High School graduating class of 2020.
Javier Pradesaba, Antonio Migodo, Yvette Pradesaba, Leonardo Mateus, Viraj Chandrasekaran, Yaranis Cruz, Laura Carvajal, Ana Zucaro, Joseph Atehortwa, Adam Cohen, Isabella Burgess, Alyssa Serrano, Ivana Fregoso Frias, Laura Quintero, Umir Wirat, Natalie Macias, Amanda Jaloya, Anand Matura, Isabella Urteaga, Francisco Nunez, Kyle Wang, Jasmine Ramirez, Nia Bedase, Hakan Nigrin, Kailonda Turner, Leon Leclerc, Maria Jimenez, Caitlin Gamery, Jessica Getchell, Kayla Mornay, Gabrielle Pizzulo, Nishat Daulatana, Rachel Smith, Sophia Bedoya, Rishad Alam, Ashley Frick, Alondra Bueno, Kevin Suliang, Ikra Ahmad, Zahir Mansouri, Yasmin Julamist, Amira Nazadine, Valerie Caraballo, Melanie Ray, Robert Gordon, Shelsa Menard, Anais Vera, Takia McWhorter, Nika Mildort, Mark Lima, Christina Trujillo, Scott Hoon, Vito Lopez Malo, Trisha Fung, Nia Brown, Stephen Chow, David Sosa, Nicholas Sanchez, Richard Wright, Erica Ohm, Gabriel Adefi, Dominique Young, Lauren Alain, Alana Nguyen, Micah Abarca, Mishal Abid, Thalia Abraham, Nathaniel Abreu, Sabrina Acosta, Casey Ehrman, Ashley Albury, Matthew Albury, Nita Alsey, Adrian Alduin, Malik Alexander, Mark Alfonseca, Chloe Allen Graham, Juan Alvarado, Ivaniela Amador, Jamar Amir, Aaliyah Anderson, Emily Anderson, Curtis Antoine, Isabel Arderi, Alfonso Arguello, Nicole Arguello, Elijah Ari Juanat, Tiana Ardis, Ahmed Atahortua, Derek Ates, Tia Augustin, Tiana Augustin, Sophia Augustine, Hope Aziaka, Jalissa Baker, Matthew Balan, Michael Balan, Christopher Ball, George Baque, Richard Barnes, Kelly Bello, Javon Beltran, Isabel Bernal, Jamari Best, Cameron Barath, Michaela Birch, Diego Blanco, Eliana Bolanos, Adriana Bolivar Sarmiento, Christina Bostic, Janeria Boswell, Alexander Bowsy, Brunzel Brito, Christopher Brito, Matthew Bromfeld, Aaliyah Brown, Justin Brown, Yanalise Brown, Javon Bruce, Chriselle Bryan, Cameron Burden, Risma Butt, Jalen Bird, Jordan Bird, Matthew Caban, Galilea Cabanillas Morales, Jacqueline Cabrera, Raymond Cabrera, Olivia Campbell, Nicholas Canzoneri, Camille Caraballo, Lumi Cardenas, Beyonce Cargill, Jeremy Caro, Catherine Carvalho, Christian Casely, Crystal Castellon, Yainora Castillo, Manuel Castro, Scarlett Castro, Martin Katubak, Cheyenne Celestine, Victoria Cepeda, Kevin Chang, Naya Chang, Caitlin Chapman, Loren Chadelan, Usman Chaudhry, Anthony Chavez, Vicky Chen, Jasmine Cherry, Marlon Cherry, Annie Ches, Leah Chin, Laura Chirinos, Dorian Choate, Kitiara Christie, Chad Seville, Cheyenne Claude, Chadrick Coates, Angel Collins, Coralise Colon Gonzalez, Alejandra Concepcion, Alexis Cooks, Keziah Cosby, Gabriel Crespo, Anthony Cruz, Brian Cruz, Marielle Cruz, Megan Cruz, Mia Cruz, Jalen Cummings, Colby Cypress, Nyla Daniel, Seth Dauphin, Neil Davis, Ashanti Dawkins, Jose de Matos Cambero, Eduardo de Maura, Kendall Deal, Maya Dean, Victoria de Cambre, Williana de la Rosa, Daniel Delgado, Grace Delgado, Matthew Demergian, Victoria Desembrag, Alan Diaz, Brianna Diaz, Miles Diaz, Ojani Diaz, Rachel Diaz, Abriana Dios, Jasmine Dios, George Dios, Plenice Dahl, George Dominique, Matthew Donaldson, Charisse Dorsonville, Kavina Dorval, Samuel Dumerville, Raymond Dwyer, Destiny Dyer, Kiera Emrith, Ahmad Ephraim, Shania Estama, Emily Eder, Brian Eugene, Wilhelmina Eugene, Ruby Excellent, Kayla Feroce, Alexis Feito, Sky Ferdinand, Alexandria Fernandez, Daniel Fernandez, Jonathan Fernandez, Aaron Fichera, Dylan Filzame, Seven Finley, Jamise Flagg, Jada Fletcher, Jamario Fletcher, Jonathan Florisma, Jade Fong Hong, Aaron Fowler, Yonalek Fox, Malik Foy, Yaikazi Frager, Mikai Francis, Newton Frank, Lorraine Fuentes, Nico Fuentes, Mateo Gabes, Jaden Gatson, Justin Gatson, Shaman Galindo, Kevin Gall, Brian Gallo, Rondrea Gamble, Maria Gamboa, Karina Garced, Anna Garcia, Freddie Garcia, Jason Garcia, Jonathan Garcia, Kelsey Garcia, Alejandro Garcia, Jaden Gary, Daniel Gautreau, Onari George, Armani Giawar Singh, Aaron Gill, Janisa Imani Glover, Jada Goff, Brandon Gonzalez, Danette Gonzalez, Corey Gonzalez, Leandro Gonzalez, Ulysses Gonzalez, Alexandra Goodley, Ashley Gordon, Alan Gracia, Danielle Grant, Giovanni Green, Marissa Green, Jeffrey Greer, Brianna Griffin, Andrea Guerra, Joel Guerrero, Fernando Guillen, Angeline Guzman, Bailey Hare, Caleb Harris, Jasmine Harris, Thomas Harry, Isabel Hastings, Deanna Henry, Natalia Hermida, Brian Hernandez, Kimberly Hernandez, Rafael Hernandez, Angel Hernandez Mesa, Tyler Herrick, Devonte Hill, Celia Hines, Arlene Giraldo, Kaya Holly, Deja Hollis, Jordan Holt, Jameer Housen, Kitana Hyson, Chidera Ibiowuchi, Benjamin Eichart, Yasmin Ido, Jason Iglesias, Shanice Innes, Jonathan Isagire, Kobe Jackson, Sabrina Jackson, Gabriel Jacques, Amir Jamal, Nora Janvier, Larissa Jarrett, Jernaya Jean, McKinley Jean, Giovanni Jean-Francois, Cassandra Jean-Francois, Noah Jenkins, Brianne Johnson, Janaya Johnson, Jasmine Jordan, Daniel Joseph, James Joyce, Jasmine Julienne, Matthew Kaiser, Alicia Katsouris, Jeffrey Kelly, Brianna Curlew, DeAndre King, Matthew Kinlaroa, Mark Neller, Kiana Kohut, Jason Kolesser, Laura Kang, Soleil Lafort, Zachariah Lalani, Nasir Lamar, Brianna Lanier, Sierra Larkins, An Lee, Jasmine Lee, Jonathan Lee, Taylor Lee, Tuan Lee, Tuan Lee, Melanie Leal, Javon Lemus, Austin Lenny, Jesus Leon, Kayleen Lewis, Kevin Liang Shao, Grace Lisea, Laura Liebman, Destin Liptrot, Brandon Lopez, Jessley Lopez, Livar Laura, Jelusa Louis Saint, Darwin Losada, Renee Lucas, Cyan Lu Ai, Rayana Lynn, Kayla Lyons, Christopher Lease, Joseph Malouf, Belera Maddox, Alondra Madrid, Antonio Madrinan, Marcel Maldonado Cardona, Azalea Mapp, Kyle Marcano, Brian Marrero, Robert Marrero, Jamar Marshall, Kayleen Marshall, Reynaldo Marte, Jada Martelli, Cariel Martin, Devin Martin, Javon Martin, Alexandra Martinez, Angie Martinez, Anthony Martinez, Cheyenne Martinez, Isabel Martinez, Sophia Martinez, Justin Mash, Ramon Mata, Amy Matos, Damois Matthews, Eric Mayorga, Jonathan McConnell, Takara McCullough, Noel McFarland, Christian McGee, Tejuria McGee, James McKnight, Ann Chloe Medina, Elena Mendoza Rodriguez, Luis Menendez, Isabella Mera Arteaga, Gabriel Mercado, Kayla Mercado, Moshi Mesica, Sarah Michael, Chloe Miller, Daniela Molina, Evans Montano, Stephanie Montero, Patrice Moreau, Jalen Morrison, Naomi Morrison, Stephanique Monroe, Sabrina Narain, Kenyazai Nathaniel, Matthew Navarro, Elijah Nelson, Cody Newsom, Huang Nguyen, Jimmy Nguyen, Min Nguyen, Tommy Nguyen, Ileana Nicholas, Alina Niebla, Jalea Nolan, Harold Norellis, Devin Norville, Uzorchukwu Nwaji, Juani Ochoa, Prince Odo, Thamar Olivier, Selima Omidiran, Francine Onwuzo, Adriana Okendo, Shikara Oralhome, Annabelle Orellis, Fabrice Orellis, Anara Orenuga, Jasmine Orozco, Diego Ortiz, Juan Ortiz, Angel Ortiz Catano, Anthony Orocotan, Victoria Osaji, Darren Palmer, Eves Paris, Om Patel, Jada Patterson, Mishtane Paul, George Pavone Gonzalez, Aldris Pena, Joel Pena, Jonathan Pena, Ryan Pena, Tracy Penn, Renee Perez, Kayla Perkins, Hoa Pham, Celine Pierre, Jennifer Pimentel, David Pongnon, Francisco Portillo, Alicia Powell, Viance Powell, Galiares Privat, Nicolette Peiser, Matthew Juan Pelayez, Kayla Quintero, Micaela Quintero, Nicholas Radlin, Christian Ramirez, Jose Ramirez, Angelica Ramon, Nazikeya Ramroop, Tiana Ramsey, Jacob Reddick, Jordan Redding, Keon Reed, Julius Raymondo, Heverth Renteria, Mikel Reyes, Christian Reynolds, Micaiah Reynolds, Malachi Richardson, Dante Ricketts, Javon Rimple, Jonathan Rivera Perez, Denzel Riverall, Donnie Robbins, Maya Robbins, Dion Robinson, Layla Robinson, Larissa Rodriguez Silva, Alejandro Rodriguez, Alex Rodriguez, Cesar Rodriguez, Dayamari Rodriguez, Janiel Rodriguez, Julian Rodriguez, Leah Rodriguez, Mauricio Rodriguez, Roberto Rodriguez, Ryan Rodriguez, Xavier Rodriguez, Juan Roig, Shannon Roll, Thomas Romero, Jeremy Rousseau, Caleb Ruano, Andrea Ruiz, Brianna Ruiz, Caitlin Ruiz, Elias Ruiz Colon, Gabriela Sanchez, Nicole Sanchez, Guillermo Santiago, Nadia Seydu Capio, Luanies Serrano de Jesus, Michael Shen, Dimitri Sibilia, Samantha Small, Thomas Smith, Jake Solano, Leandro Solano, Jamila Solis, Sebastian Solorzano, Rihanna Spain, Bruce Stevenson, Mark Stewart, Xavier Striggles, Monisha Strobridge, Caitlin Sugrim, Dania Sullivan, Megan Suris, Kaylin Taylor, Kelvin Taylor, Nicholas Tejera, Christian Thomas, Carl Thomas, Tamira Thomas, Nisha Thompson, Leandro Tineo, Gianna Tio, Michelle Tony, Rosa Toralba, Nicholas Torres, Jordan Triplett, Yoal Sega, Isosa Unmwango, Lisandro Valdovinos Cruz, Maria Valentin, Andrew Valles, Jade Valuha, Yen Van, Maciel Varela, Emmanuel Vargas, Jean Vascones, Jashawn Vassell, Loic Veriking, Ali Varani, Brandon Walker, Cameron Walker, Petra Wallace, Darrell Watson, Devin Wesley, Terrence West, Danielle Whittingham, Faison Williams, Camila Williams, Naya Williams, Thaddeus Williams, Valencia Williams, Alana Williamson, Dorian Wilson, Shane Wingfield, Philip Wright, Shinyi Shi, Christian Uranga, Jaden Young, Liba Zahid, Alina Zaidi, Francisco Zapata, Juan Soria,
Graduates, I know that we are not at an actual ceremony, but at this time, please stand and place your graduation caps on. After receiving your diplomas and attending this virtual graduation, as approved by the School Board of Broward County, Florida, you may now move your tassels from right to left to signify that you have graduated.
I would like to take this moment to thank and recognize one very special and important person. Dr. Laura Cohen, who has retired at the end of this school year, has been an instrumental part of our success here at Everglades High School, and her influences can be seen in the very fabric of our culture. Her fingerprints can be found on so many vital parts of the school, from our innovative programs to our school counseling department and athletic teams. And while we might not have the pleasure of seeing her smiling faces on campus each day, we will surely see the impact she has had on our school, our students, and our community. Thank you, Dr. Cohen. You will always be a Gator at heart, and we will miss you.
Thank you so much for sharing this truly special day with our class of 2020. Graduates, families, friends, faculty, and staff, you should be proud of your achievements today. I am so proud to have been able to share this short but very important time in each of your lives. You are truly an extraordinary class that was able to persevere in these strange times that will forever change the world. And although this might not have been the way you drew up the ending to this chapter of your life, I hope you do not forget to see all of the amazing and infinite possibilities that sit before you. Each of you possess truly exceptional talents that will help drive you to all of your success. It can be difficult when looking through the fog of uncertainty and hurt, but when you focus on what is really important, your goals, your aspirations, the struggles will not seem as painful, and the future looks significantly brighter. Thank you, class of 2020. Congratulations, and go Gators.
Ooh, baby, what a smile on your face. Everything is alright, I can see. Ooh, baby, what a smile on your face. Everything is alright, I can see. Ooh, baby, hold me tight in your arms. You and me, it's alright. Yes, it is. Every day I miss you, and the nights are so long. Oh, yes, they are. I just think about you till the blues have gone. Ooh, baby, you're the light of my day, and I just wanna say that I love you. Oh, yeah. Ooh, baby, gotta hold on you. Tell me that you're mine one more time. Come on, girl. Tell me that you're mine one more time, baby. Tell me that you're mine one more time. Yeah, yeah.
Class of 2020.